Ladies and gentlemen, franchise record is tied. It stays tied for the Dallas Stars. 15-game point streak ends at 15 games after a loss against Utah. But that's okay. I shaved my face today. We got rid of the streak beard, the streak facial hair, if you will. It wasn't very good. It wasn't impressive in any way, shape, or form. But now it is gone. I feel clean shaven. I feel a little bit faster in the wind. But it's probably the most important week of the season here for the Dallas Stars. We got the Colorado Avalanche coming up on Wednesday. Today, as you're listening to this, we're recording this on Tuesday, March 17th, a little later in the afternoon. And then you got the Minnesota Wild on Saturday. We're going to do a TBD on Saturday's game for a stream. It's a little afternoon matinee game. Like maybe we mess around and stream on Saturday afternoon. Who's to say? That's a maybe. Stay tuned. We don't know yet. But if you haven't already, 55% of you on last episode are subscribed to the channel. Thank you to that 55%. There's a handful of people already subscribed. The other 45%, hit that subscribe button. Clean Sheet of Ice. The Clean Sheet of Ice YouTube. We'd love to have you subscribed. Tune into every episode. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode. But we're back. We're going to start a new streak. Welcome to Clean Sheet of Ice, the Texas Hockey Podcast. I'm your host, Stone Strankman, joined always by Dom Garcia. How we doing, bud?
You know what, Stoney? The streak has ended, as do all things in this world. But I will not forget where it started and how it started. And that was a sacrifice by the man directly next to me. And that is how it will be remembered, as the man who started the literal fire.
Yeah, I looked at when that was like recorded in my phone. It was January 20th. So it's almost been 2 full months. And that is only the second regulation loss that the Stars have in those 2 months. Obviously, you have the Olympic break. There's 3 weeks where they didn't play hockey. But, I mean, they went 55 days without losing in regulation. 55 days.
It was starting to feel like it just was – that was the norm every single day. You wake up, hey, there's 2 points. Go grab it.
I think I understand why, like, maybe Neanderthals, cavemen, Native Americans make sacrifices for like rain or other things. I think it works, dude. Like, I think I understand why they were doing it back in the day. We need to kind of bring that back. I think sacrifices might be back down. I think they're having a moment.
Yeah, when they're needed, they deliver.
Yeah, that was a great fire sacrifice. I have no plans to make any more sacrifices this season until things get real shady in the playoffs, and hopefully they don't, and I don't have to worry about anything. But that's the plan for now. Is that was the sacrifice for the season, the regular season, the playoffs. That was it. Fire sacrifice, January 20th. Fire sacrifice, not a big deal. Dom, last night the Stars played the Utah Mammoth at home. The first 2 periods were fine. I wouldn't say they were great. I think there was a little bit too much passing. I think there was a little bit too much clunkiness on our end. And Utah also had that clunkiness. We just didn't capitalize on it through 2 periods. It was tied 2-2. Then you get to the third period, everything kind of breaks loose. The game ends 6-3. Of course I was frustrated during the game, but right as soon as the game ended, I was like, look, they were just 14-0-1 in 15 games. They've lost 2 regular season games in regulation since the fire sacrifice. It's hard to be mad right now, especially when Colorado goes home, and when I get home, they're losing. They lose that game. Minnesota's on a 2-game losing streak. The standings have stayed perfectly fine. We're in the same position we were before that loss. I don't feel bad about the loss now because they're not going to do that same shit again. So I'm not worried about it. Not a fun loss to have, but I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, Utah played like their life is on the line. I mean, this coming down the stretch, this wild card for the West is going to be fun. And luckily the Stars have done their work to where they don't have to worry about that at all. With that being said, Utah just killed us. Like, when we were on the power play, like we were trying to get to our spots and Utah just wasn't budging at all. I'm sure you'll mention it later. Like, first period I thought was great. Like it looked like a normal game on this streak from a defensive standpoint. And then you get towards the end and with just how much these guys have picked each other up, one mistake, Utah took it. And then that kind of just snowballed the rest of the third period, a little bit in the second too. And tip my cap to Utah. They didn't miss when they got the chances to make a play, and it showed on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and during morning skate, we went in and talked to goalie after we talked to the players in the locker room and after we watched skating, obviously, and go see goalie. And there's a lot of questions about Utah. The most, I think, questions that we've had about an opposing team all season since when I go to morning skate, when we talk to goalie, like that was the most questions I've heard about an opposing team. So there was a lot of Utah love in the press room for a lot of Stars media, and I think rightfully so. They're a good team. They're a fun team. They're scrappy. There's no like super duper stars, but Clayton Keller, Logan Cooley, like they've got some dudes on that team. You got Sergachev. The blue line now looks really good. You gave Schwartz or Schmaltz his deal the other week. Like that's a fun team to root for, and now they've got this new energy being in Utah as opposed to Arizona. It is what it is. But there was a question like about Utah, and goalie immediately goes, they're really good on the rush. That's what they specialize in. That's where they can kill you in a game, is on the rush. And we've got to do a really good job of stopping that. Felt like we did that the time before they beat us twice. It was 2-1. This time it was kind of the same thing. They just got beat on the rush a handful of times. And I felt like the Stars were just a little bit too passive in the O zone, like Matt Duchene, Jamie Benn, Sam Steele. Robo was never passive, but I felt like Wyatt was passive in a couple moments. Like there was just moments where you felt like they could have taken a shot, although I'm not on the ice and I'm looking at it from a completely different angle. That's what it felt like in the building last night for a lot of people, I'm sure. But I'm not worried about it, man. Like they just had one kind of a stinker game where they played 40 pretty good minutes. Like they were tied 2-2 heading into the third period, and they fucked up on the power play. And that's all it was. Like Miro did a really athletic play to keep the puck in his grasp, basically, but he batted it one more extra time at the end, and it kind of spelled out for Utah. They get the breakaway, they get the shorthanded goal, and all the momentum was gone after that. So, yeah, it's a stupid loss, but it is what it is. You're going to lose some in the regular season. Jamie Benn said that's a really good team over there, was his first quote last night in the locker room. So, yeah, not worried.
Yeah, and I hope Utah makes the playoffs. We'll have to wait and find out. But it felt like the speed that Utah played with in neutral zone, they kept it for 3 periods. And when you don't have Rupe Hentz and Mikko Rantanen, and you're winning game after game after game, they could hold it for the first half. But when you get to that third period, it just didn't look like that juice in our legs were there.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the season series right now on NHL.com. The first game in November, 4-3, Dallas wins. Next game, January 15th, Dallas loses 2-1. The next game, Dallas wins 3-2, January 31st, and then they lose this one 6-3, which was really a 3-2 game where it just kind of unraveled at the end. So they're a stingy team, and they do a lot of things well that the Stars maybe don't cover as well as other teams, and that's just kind of what it is. They're a really good, fun, fast team with a really good, responsible veteran blue line now. I think they're set up for a lot of success here in the future. I think they're going to have some pretty good seasons. I think they're just going to make the playoffs. I think they're comfortably the wild card 1 right now. Yeah. However, Edmonton's like falling. Edmonton might just be in the wild, like whoever wins the Western Conference might get Edmonton in the first round. That's what we're potentially looking at now. It's crazy. It's crazy right now.
Yeah, and if you're not paying attention, you need to be, because I'm watching, like there's so many bubble teams right now, and of those teams, like the team I wouldn't face Utah.
No, Utah would be 2, the second seed in the Pacific Division right now, where Vegas is right now. They're tied at 76 points. You look at Edmonton, they're at 75 points right now. The Kraken would have to jump the Oilers, and the way that they could do that is that Leon Draisaitl is now out for the regular season. That was announced a couple hours ago. I don't know if you saw that, but Leon Draisaitl, lower body injury, out for the regular season. So like your second best guy, who's also happens to be like a top 6 guy in the league, is gone for the regular season. You've got all the drama with the goaltending. I know we're not an Oilers podcast, but it's an interesting thing when you're looking at the standings. It's like, look, if Edmonton kind of plummets, I still think that they make the playoffs, but like the Kings are right there. The Kraken are right there at 71 points apiece. Edmonton's at 75. Like if they drop a handful in a row here, you could see the Kraken or the Kings both surpass them, and Edmonton's either out of the playoffs or their wild card too. It's going to be a crazy last month of the season. We're at March 17th, so we're heading into the very last parts of the season. It's going to be pretty nuts.
Yeah, they're going to need Bouchard to really step up here. I mean, with the goaltending they're getting, luckily that like when they had Leon, like I would have said your offense might be enough to push you through. I don't know anymore. That's a huge question mark on who's going to be that scoring on the rest of that roster. And it's fun for a non-Oilers fan. I'll put it to you that way.
I think a lot of people are having fun watching the Oilers this season because, one, you get to watch Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. That part's fun to watch. Like, they're objectively so fun to watch on the hockey rink. After that, it's just kind of fun to watch them like throw temper tantrums like they did last week. They were literally throwing temper tantrums. But that's enough about the Oilers. It's time to talk about the Avs. The Avalanche are playing the Stars. I think we're on national television. Am I wrong in that? I think that's a TNT game. Yeah, TNT game, 8:30 p.m. So it's on national television, HBO, TNT, which really means it's going to be an 8:50-ish puck drop. So get your coffee, get some stuff going. We will not be doing a happy hour or anything before that game because I've got a fantasy baseball draft right at the same time. So it is what it is. But Stars, Avs, round 3 of the season. It is not their final matchup this season. They have another one April 4th, which I will not be in attendance for because I will be in the South. Yeah, it won't be there. But it's round 3, Stars versus Avs. We're 3 points behind them in the standings. This is a big one for standings, but it's a big one for confidence as well, heading towards the playoffs. What are you thinking about this one, Dom?
Yeah, no, it is a really big one. And the time to catch them is very interesting because I'm seeing Liam Bichsel he played the role of Liam Bichsel really well the past couple of games. We know this, maybe not other non-Stars fans know this. He doesn't drop the gloves a lot, but I'm starting to see him at least more open to the idea. He's getting better as a fighter, and if you have that just asshole in the back line, and Tyler Myers is kind of being that blanket with him, like if we see this working and this pairing doing well, and you're Colorado and you can't push these guys around, it's scary hours when we get our top forwards back. I mean, I'm telling you, like, would I love to see a win? Absolutely. But would I like to see a play that you can go in a series with Colorado and be dominant in? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for Jamie Benn to be a pest in front of that net. I'm looking for Wyatt to get open. Like, yes, our 3 guys, because Fox is a huge part of this as well. Our 3 guys are out right now, but if you can go out there and find reasons to exploit this Colorado team, I think it's very important.
Yeah, I think with the guys that you have out right now, it's time on the other guys to really step up. Wyatt Johnson and Robo, they've been very good as of recently. Robo now hits his 80th point of the season after the Utah game. 4 straight seasons with 80 points or more. I think the only other Star in history to do that is Mr. Mike Modano. He did it 8 times as a Star. Not a big deal. Robo, I think, has 4 straight seasons. If he does it one more, I think he owns the franchise record for 4 straight or most 80-point seasons in a row to start a career. Basically, like he's in season 4 right now of doing it. So I need goals out of Wyatt and Robo. Like, you got to get those top guys going. You got to have them starting to feed. That second line of Sam Steele, Dutchy, and Jamie Benn is completely vibing right now. They had the first opening goal against Utah. Like, they are buzzing up and down the ice. They're playing good defense. They're playing really good offense. They're doing a lot of really good things. I think you need to have them kind of contribute and be what they've been for the last month or so. We need that Wyatt Robo pairing up top to really do some damage against Colorado without Rantanen, without Rope, and without Foxa. But the bottom 6, like, I'm not worried about him. I want Michael Bunting to do a little bit more. He was pesty last night. He was really he was getting in their ear. He was doing a lot of things. Logan Cooley, I don't know if you noticed it, was just slashing people after the whistle every time he was on the ice, and they never called it. Just like full on Shoresy wind up, baseball bat to the knee. Like, that's what he was doing last night, and Michael Bunting was over it. So I like to see a little bit of that. Obviously, we know Ritzy, Ernie, Backer, Bashan, whoever's going to be in this lineup at the bottom, Colin Blackwell, like, they're going to come in and they're going to give you some energy. If they can get a goal, that's great. That's just additive. But I'm really the most excited about one guy on this team playing against Colorado. You know who that is?
Who is that?
Jake Ottinger.
Yep.
Jakey's kind of dialed right now, and this could age super poorly based on what happens tonight when we're watching the Avs game on Wednesday. But Jake's been dialed, and you can kind of see it in his eyes during practice. You can see it afterwards in the locker room. Like, he's he's got his swagger back, I think is what it is. I think he's just feeling much more confident in his ability to stop pucks. Obviously, he has that weird one the other night on Saturday, but it is what it is. Like still won the game, and that's what matters. He's up to a 900 save percentage now, 2.62 goals against. He's got 2 shutouts this year. He's 28, 10, and 5. Like solid fucking numbers for a guy that is winning a lot of games right now, right? I think he's kind of been the key in this kind of streak. Is him and Casey have been really good and just good enough to win games, and that's all you need. I think Jake's might have a monster game against Colorado, and it could bite me in the ass, but I think he might just like put some showstopper moves, some great saves, highlight reel stuff against Colorado on Wednesday night.
Yeah, and this would be a perfect time for it. I mean, the 2 guys that I think could really, put a stamp on where we are in the standings and how we are as a team right now, Jake Ottinger and Thomas Harley. Thomas there and balls out and makes a statement with this game. You have all of the positive momentum in the world as we're going down right into the playoff stretch. Like that could propel you into, we get past this week and, you get a little bit more comfortable on the standings with Minnesota, and an aggressive kind of make Colorado play your pace. Thomas Harley would be dangerous Wednesday night.
It'd be fun. It'd be real fun. Obviously Colorado still has a game in hand. You mentioned Thomas Harley though. Talked to him yesterday. Just asked one question. It was a simple one. I was like, hey, Thomas, you were wildly animated for Thomas. Wildly animated after that overtime win. Was that just like spur of the moment thing, or you have like a side bet going on with the boys in the locker room, like who's going to have the OT goal? Like, was there something else going on? He goes, love a good team win. I was like, all right. I was like, so it's just like, yeah, win it for the boys. That was good. He was like, yep, so it was. I was like, all right, sounds good. Arl's like, you never know how to talk to that guy. He loves his DiGiorno pizza, and he's never getting anything to the media. So it's good to talk to Thomas. But looking at the standings, Colorado, obviously 66 games played. Dallas has played 67. Minnesota has played 68. You're 3 points back at 97 and 94. You're 6 points up on Minnesota at 94 to 88. Look, if you can win this game, you're within 1 point of Colorado. And I have heard goalie, and I've heard the guys understand how important this game is. 1, for playoff implications, and 2, it's Colorado. You want to beat them, and you want to get back for the game that you lost the last week or 2 ago. I don't know how much they're paying attention to the standings. I think they're all just like, go win the game every night, every other day, every 2 days, whenever they have a game. It's just get up, go win a game, call it a day, and move on. That's what it feels like. That's what goalie has mentioned. He's like, I haven't looked at the standings once since the season started. Don't pay attention to it. And he could be lying through his teeth, but I think I just love the never too high, never too low mentality, especially during that 14-0-1 stretch that they had. It just feels like, hey, each and every night is a new day. It's a new dawn. Go win another game and call it a day, and just keep doing it the next time.
I fully believe that they're not concerned at all with the standings. They're very comfortable where they at. What I do think they want to do with Colorado, they want them to feel uncomfortable. They want to make it close. They don't have to be the number 1 seed, but they want Colorado to be looking every single game. What's Dallas doing? What's Dallas doing? We can't lose a step right now. And if you put that pressure on them, I think they could break. Whether they stay the 1 seed or not, I think it's a really good thing to continue to apply that pressure and all that while you're just going out there and winning games. And that's what these Stars have been doing. And it just, they play like they kind of hang out and like nothing really bothers them.
It is really impressive. Like we've noticed nothing really bothers them on the ice. Like no one's going to take liberties, and they're going to make sure that happens. Like Bish got shoved into the boards well after the whistle, after an icing call, I believe. And Bish didn't like that. He said, hey, big guy, 6'4" dude that Bish fought the other night as well. Just a big dog, and dropped the gloves, which we don't see Leon initiate dropping the gloves almost ever. So they're not bothered by a lot, and they're going to make sure that they're not going to push you around, and they should understand that at this point. And then when a goal goes in, like, hey, keep it going, keep the pressure going, keep keep pressing, keep seeing what's going to happen throughout this game. So I think it's going to be a really fun week, especially online. It's going to be a disaster. I don't have a tweet pulled up or queued yet. I haven't thought of what I'm going to kind of poke at the Avalanche fans on Twitter yet. But there will be something tomorrow afternoon before the game starts. I'll have something out there that I'm sure Avalanche Forever and all the other people are going to find me for. It's just inevitable. I'm sure Starts Countdown's already started. I haven't been on Twitter a lot today.
Denver, Colorado is a beautiful city. You have a lot more to life to do than to. I've asked other fan bases this, like not a lot, but I've asked at least 3 teams, and it seems like they only give it to Dallas. Like that's the only one they want to mess with. And man, like I could not live my life that way.
No, but I can live my life just hammering some people online just for shits and gigs. Like, I had a tweet yesterday. I don't know if you saw it. It was Brandon Walker from Barstool. He said he tweeted out something about top 2 teams in a city. Like, what city has hockey as the number 2 or number 1 sport in their city if they have an NFL, NBA, NHL team? And I quote tweeted and I said, sneaky, the Stars are in this conversation. I did not outright put the Stars at number 2, but like sneaky in the conversation. The Rangers haven't done shit since 2023. Obviously, they won a World Series, and that was great, and it was all fine and dandy, whatever. The Mavs obviously traded Luka, and we got Cooper Flag, but it just wasn't the same. And you had to fire Nico and all that kind of stuff this year. It's still not the same. It's like they're sneaky, just like traveling up the ranks as the number 2 team in the city, because the Cowboys will always and forever be the number 1 team in the city. I know my place. I'm not going to put the Stars at number 1. However, people were letting me have it last night. There's Rangers fans, Mavs fans, all kinds of people. And then there's every other person. They're like, yeah, no, I think you might be right. So it was kind of 50-50. But getting people going on Twitter has become something that I enjoy doing. I'm curious to see what everybody else thinks. If I can get some people going, the last 2 months I've had a lot of success on varying topics as well. USA, the Olympics, USA World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
The pitch clock had people going on that. And then obviously my ban of myself that I put on myself to not talk about the Avs for a whole season until we played them again, that was lifted. And that obviously created far too much chaos.
It's funny that you mentioned that. Like I saw the Brendan Walker tweet and I was looking at other replies because I was like, maybe there is like another city like Dallas. No, there was a lot of other people that were like, no, like if you're in Dallas, there's Star stuff everywhere. Like, I don't think you understand it unless you're in the muck, but like in the city, man, the Stars are very loyal.
Yeah. And I think that was my point is like, I live in Dallas. I hang out in different pockets of Dallas, Texas, not Arlington, not Plano, not Frisco. Like I live in Dallas. So like this is all I see. Cause I try not to just go anywhere else outside of Dallas. Cause I don't have to. All of the things I need are here. So that's what I see. I just see more Star stuff than I see Ranger stuff or Mavs stuff right now. Obviously, when Mavs and Luka were going to the finals and everything, that was a completely different story. And the Stars were nowhere near as close to that hype as they were for the Mavs. Like, I understood that at the time. I said that at the time. But now I think it's a conversation. So it's going to be a really fun end of the season. We're just less than a month left in the season. It's going to be really interesting to see how it plays out. You got Colorado on the road, national television. I'm hoping it's a great game. I really do. I hope it's a great game.
Yeah, no, I think it will be a great game. Speaking of like going down the stretch, though, I've seen a few Stars fans like, I'll put this out there. If I want Mikko 100% for the playoffs is the only thing that matters. Like because it's such a hard stretch of good teams right now. They're like, God, we need him back. We need him back. Listen, we're very comfortable. I don't think we're going to slide to number 3. Unless he's not 100%, I don't want him out there. Luckily, I mean, you would know better than me. Luckily, it sounds like his rehab's going well. It sounds like everything's good in Star Center. So, but I just wanted to kind of preface that. Like, I don't need him out there right now. The Stars players, the way they're playing, they don't need him out there right now. So, just wanted to make that clear.
No, I think that's a great point. Like last year with Sagan and Miro and everybody, we didn't put anyone out until they were 110%, right? Mikko did skate today at Stars practice in Frisco. I wasn't there, but we saw the video. Even the Stars on Twitter put that out, and I believe Instagram as well. So you can see him skating, not in a non-contact jersey. So I thought that was interesting because he obviously has to go through a bunch of protocols based on whatever the injury was. He's been skating for about a week now, I think, or close to a week. He's been on the ice. This is the first time he's been practicing with the team. So that's good news. Obviously, we talked to Goalie yesterday on the injury updates. He said last week that we were 2.5 weeks away. And we were like, all right, so are we like 1.5 weeks away now? And he goes, look, like there's not been any setbacks. All right. This is just the timetable as it occurs. Like we learn new things each and every day after he skates, just like we did with Miro and Sagan and everyone last year. Like when they skate, and if they're super duper sore the next day, they'd tell them not to skate that day. And they do more treatment and PT and that kind of stuff as opposed to skating again. If we have multiple days in a row where Mikko's skating in a row, that would be a great sign. I have no idea if he's been skating every day, but it still looks like we're in that 2.5 week range right now with Mikko, and that's okay. 10 days to 2 weeks is kind of what goalie said yesterday at morning skate, and I think what you're saying is perfectly right. The boys are buzzing. The boys are still scoring points. They're still racking up points in the standings. And they're creating on offense 5-on-5 and on the power play. Adding Mikko back whenever he is healthy is going to be super additive, and it's going to be really fun. But you don't need to add him back if he's 85%. There's just no point. You need him back as close to 100% as you can before the play or at the playoffs, right? So I think that's how you look at it. Rope and Foxa are both behind, but I did see Foxa last night, and I've told you what I saw behind the scenes in the press box the other week. He doesn't have any other attachments now, so he's just walking. So thought that was good. So,
yeah, and
I don't know.
From what you saw, I feel pretty comfortable about him. If you look at like kind of the the back end stretch of like the Star season, we have enough time for Mikko to be eased in before the playoffs. So you don't like when he does come back, we don't need him in a barn burner against Colorado, if you know what I mean. We need him against the Calgary Flames playing 15 to 20 minutes, something like that. And then when playoffs roll, it's all steam ahead. It's the handcuffs are off. You're ready to play hockey. And I think from the reporting I've seen and from the way goalie kind of puts the picture into things, sounds like we have a comfortable time period to make that happen.
Yeah, I think they're going to be all right. It's going to be fine. And even if things don't go your way and you're missing those guys the first few games of the playoffs, I still feel very confident in this team that to be able to survive just like they did last year without Robo, without Miro. I think they can do it again this year. So
that's a good point.
Yeah, you got to look at it like, and it wasn't the same team as it is this year. You obviously have Ernie and Bischel Myers there in the back end now. You have Miro and Thomas Harley, obviously, knock on wood, healthy right now. And then you get like Ritzkovi and Oscar Back is playing at a different level this year. Like that bottom six is a lot better this year than it was last year. And it's a lot of the same pieces that just feel like they're playing better. So not too concerned, obviously, right now with the injuries. If we get to like April 10th and we don't have any updates, yeah, I'm going to be a little nervous. I'm going to a little freak out, but that's okay. We're not there yet. But Dom, do you have anything else before we get out of here?
Man, with Colorado, like, I don't want to see overtime anymore. I'm good. I've seen what I needed to see. We've had some moments. They've had some moments, but let's I love what I'm seeing defensively.
Mm-hmm.
I remember last year our third periods were crazy. I want another like 3-goal third period. I want I basically want to flip the script in the way Utah was able to capitalize on mistakes. Because we've kind of limited them. Well, I say that after we had like 3 or 4 stinkers in that Utah game. But if you can limit the mistakes over this point streak that I have seen, and you're able to take advantage of a Colorado mistake, I want to see a game kind of snowball the way it did on the opposite end from Utah.
Yeah, I like that. A strong third period would be welcomed. We've seen a handful of them over the streak that they had. And against this team, I think that would be welcomed when you were up, 4-2 in the third period the last time you played them, and then you let in 2 goals, you go to overtime, and then you go to shootout. If we could just not do that this time, I think that would be welcomed by every Stars fan. So it's Dallas versus Colorado, round 3 this year. We got one more against them, and then there might be a whole other 7 that we have to play them against in April, May, June, whatever it may be. But like always, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already on Clean Sheet of Ice on YouTube or wherever you get podcasts like Apple, like Spotify. We also have video on Spotify. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because a little tidbit for the people that stayed all the way to the end, just had a good talk with the sponsor today. There is a potential to have them on board this month to do another giveaway that is from them. That is a pretty good, I think it'd be pretty fun. It'd be pretty cool if they could do that. So we'll see if that ends up happening, but you got to hit the subscribe button in order to get the giveaway. Also, you got to hit the subscribe button because we're trying to get to 500 subs before the playoff starts. We're about a month out. It's a big task. It's a lot of subs that we're trying to get, trying to almost double what our viewership and subscribership was before the playoffs. So we're trying to get to 500 before then, so that we can do more things and more giveaways each and every round, maybe even each and every game of a series. I'm just talking out of my ass right now because I want to do more stuff for you guys, more cool things, more giveaways, more community-based stuff with you guys, the Clean Sheet of Ice fans. So we thank you for already tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Tell everyone else to subscribe. And we'll be back on Friday with potentially a guest. There's a potential guest on Friday's episode. It's kind of a big deal.
You're going to have to tune in to find out.
That's why you got to hit the subscribe button. And if it's not on Friday, then it might be on Monday. I don't have confirmation of what day that we would be recording with the guest, but I'm assuming that's going to happen this week. And then we're going to be able to have it either on Friday or on Monday's episode. We will tag it on to whatever episode we do on Friday or Monday. So it will be a full double episode, basically, where you have the interview plus our normal episode. So just tune in, hit the subscribe button, and we'll be back very, very soon with another episode of Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast.